packages. Get the speed you need. With MR Systems Wireless, call them at 935-2100. That's 935-2100 for MR Systems Wireless.
Make this school year their strongest yet. Book your child's back to school or sports physical today at SIU Center for Family Medicine in Lincoln. Keep them healthy, focused, and ready for success. Find out more by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Hi, I'm Brett with Central Cremation Center. We're proudly offering pet cremation services to help keep your faithful companion close to you. Learn more about our pet services by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
From the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this expanded morning newscast. News time is 8 minutes after the top of the hour. You're listening to the WHOW Morning Show. The Clinton Power Station will be staying open for another 20 years thanks to a deal made between Constellation and Meta. At Constellation's celebratory press conference, Clinton Mayor Helen Michalossi explained that she was once asked about the troubles at the plant in 2016 and how things are different now. She says that things are different because of the leadership and partnerships that made this deal possible.
In talking to folks today, I was reminded of a reporter asking me a question several months ago, and he referenced 2016. And he said, "Why is it different now?" It was terrible then. You had no idea if that plant was going to stay open. All those jobs were going to go away. And I said, "Oh, there's two big differences now." And he said, "Really, what's that?" I said, "Constellation and Meta. And all of you." Thank you for allowing me to have the opportunity to join your celebration. What a great party and what a great reason to have one. This agreement we're celebrating today, this plant's continued operation, you'll have to excuse me for calling it the plant. I've been here forever and that's what y'all are. Constellation supports our local schools due in part to maintenance of a stable tax base and ensures excellent educational opportunities for our local students that will continue far into the future. This agreement helps support well-funded fire and police and law enforcement. It supports other taxing bodies, including our local library, which if you haven't seen it, it's pretty spectacular. It supports our emergency services, Richland Community College, and the county members who are here can go on and on and on about the benefit that they receive from it as well.
At the event, Constellation reaffirmed its pledge of $1 million over the next 5 years to go towards supporting the community. The mayor emphasizes that Constellation has been supporting the community for a long time, and this is going above and beyond.
Constellation's commitment of $1 million over 5 years for our community will benefit not-for-profits, social service agencies, and community-wide initiatives. However, this wasn't really new news. Constellation's been supporting us for a long time. Just the beginning of August, they partnered with us to make sure that over 300 children had all the school supplies they needed to start school and be successful and have a great year. So while we appreciate that million, it's not new. It's just one more way that Constellation has committed to our families and our students, and for that we are so grateful. Clinton's a great city, and Clinton will continue to grow. When Constellation made this commitment to invest in our city and our county, others followed. Other folks said, "Hey, look at that, that's good." They have faith, and so do we. We have one quick little business that has joined us recently. We have another one, hopefully, that will make an announcement soon.
Mayor Michalossi has a focus on economic development and growing the city of Clinton. She indicates that the deal between Constellation and Meta will drive economic development because of the new jobs it will bring.
This agreement will help drive economic development in our community for years to come. I'd be remiss if I did not thank all the folks who work at the Clinton plant, who do great work every day in providing clean, safe energy for our communities. None of this happens without you. Many folks who work at the plant have lived in Clinton their whole lives. Others moved here when they began their job here at the plant. These folks, many who raised their families here and ended up sticking around after they retired from this plant, they have supported our community through helping with our schools, youth sports, community events, social service agencies, and joined our local faith communities. They invested here too. They became part of our community. When we needed a board member or a committee member for one more project, or the community needed to do some fundraising to help a family and do something, the folks here also raised their hands and said, hey, I'll help do that. Yeah, I'm part of this. I'll help do that. For all of you here at the plant, whether you live in Clinton or maybe a little bit further away, you are our friends and our neighbors. We're all in this together. You're part of our Clinton community. And I thank you for the great job you do here at the plant, but also for the great job you do in Clinton and surrounding communities every single day. Thank you so much and congratulations.
It was also announced at the event that the pledge of $1 million will start with $100,000 over the next 5 years to support the Clinton YMCA. It's very well known that mental health is a serious issue throughout the country and the world, and that includes young people. Cody Mayer, Clinton School's resource officer, explains that whether it's inside the school or not, there has been a clear increase in mental health issues and suicidal ideation in students. He believes that much of it comes from social media.
Whether it be in the school or outside the school, it can be juveniles, it can be adults. We've definitely seen a rise in mental health issues, a lack of wanting to seek out help. And oftentimes it leads with us either there at the school or on your front porch trying to figure out what's going on. A lot of times it's suicidal ideations and thoughts. And at that point, we're obligated to get you help. And that's what we want to do. Those often turn into confrontational situations because that person doesn't want help. But we want to get that person help. And we have had times where it's been very confrontational. But 2 months down the road, we've had that person come back and say, I want to thank you for forcing me to go get help, to taking me to talk to that person. I think a lot of it stems from social media. There are a handful that I think it comes from maybe home life, the things I'm seeing from both conditions of living, broken households, those type of things, the type of things they're seeing, the actions and behaviors they're seeing from parents sometimes lead to a lack of sense of love. And that is that person. That's that person that's supposed to love you most. And that leads to some pretty extensive mental health issues.
Officer Mayer says that if a student does confide in a faculty member or officer about suicidal ideation or thoughts, they are mandated reporters, so they are required by law to report it and escort the student to somewhere that they can get help.
So when it comes to juveniles, now, most of the time we're supposed to call an ambulance. When it comes to juveniles, especially when they're in a school setting, I don't want to cause a scene to where their entire all their peers are going to see that. I will try to get them out of that building as discreetly as possible and get them to go seek that help. They'll go up to Warner Hospital. Once they're there, mental health will come in and speak with them. The parents have to be there. And if there's one out of town working, something like that, I have to stay with that juvenile until a parent gets there. There's been nights where I could not eat because my stomach's so upset for dealing with these kids who are just hurting.
In Officer Mayer's experience, many resource officers did not choose to be in that position. He believes that this is very harmful to a school district because a big part of an SRO's job is to bridge the gap between youth and law enforcement.
So when I went to the school resource officer certification class, probably more than half of us in that class were voluntold into that position.
Oh, really?
They were not people that wanted to work with youth. They were people that were just for one reason or another needed something different than patrol. And their admin said, you need to go do this. I think that is extremely harmful to a school district. When you put somebody in there that's not going to care and that's not going to put in the effort, for me, like that is my life and blood. I want to help kids. I want to be there for them. That is what brings me joy, is being there to help them. So one of the big ways is I'm a big nerd. A lot of people know that, but not everybody knows that. And we have a club at the high school that is playing Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons. And there are days where I will go in on a short day when they're playing after school, and I'll play a game with them while in uniform. And I think that's a pretty neat thing that there's a cop sitting across from me playing a nerd game. This is so much fun. But, that humanizing the badge is a big part of what I focus on. I am just a normal person, even though I'm wearing this uniform, until I need to address something. I'm just going around, I'm giving high fives, I'm saying good morning, I'm having conversations with these kids, and a lot of them will just seek me out, not for help, just to say, hey, what's going on today? One of my favorite things, and the things I find pretty humorous, is when I'm out at Save-A-Lot or I'm out at Kirby, I'm grocery shopping, I'm somewhere out town, and a kid will walk past me and just stop and stare for a second. And they're like, wait a second, is that Officer Mayor?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I'm a normal person.
If you're a student who struggles with mental health, it is important to always remember to tell a trusted adult, because there are resources out there that can help you. Get news anytime from your computer or your mobile device, all free, all the time at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Shane Steinberg here from Highway 51 Exchange, your equipment rental headquarters, south of Clinton on US 51. Check our banner ad on DeWittDailyNews.com to book online today and pick up tomorrow.